Hi, my name is Scott Eric Olivier. I'm a musician, sound designer, and engineer. And I've created a box called PEDALpUNK. It's an interface that allows you to connect guitar effects pedals to your Pro Tools, Ableton Live, Logic Pro, Reason, any recording software you have. It also enables you to connect any guitar pedal ever made to any DJ mixer or front of house mixer. Well, I started using various methods of this in the mid-90s. I was making a lot of records in Seattle, Washington, and I wanted to incorporate guitar pedals into the mixing process. I strung a lot of weird boxes together, DIs, mic preamps, and it was always a really big pain because of the signal-to-noise loss between the tape machine at the time and the pedals. The tape machine had a very robust signal, and it would blow up pedals if you tried to plug them into it. And conversely, coming out of a pedal straight to tape without some form of a preamp is impossible. It's just not enough level. So what I wanted to do was put everything in one box and combine it. So it could be an instrument DI that basically you come in here with your computer or instrument. It's a 1/4 inch or XLR. You can even plug a microphone into it if you choose to. Come out of this side into any pedals, pedal board, pedal rack, out from your pedals, back into it, creates an amplifier that comes out of here, back into your computer. So I wanted to make a device that enabled me to do this quickly and not cost $1 million, so I could have several of them when I needed to. And I wanted to leave these pedals on my effects buses when I mixed. So now I'm able to do that. I enjoy using pedals, especially echoes, delays, a lot of distortions, on things that they weren't necessarily designed for. It's predominantly vocals. I find that to be really useful to add a lot of edge. It's fantastic on bass guitar and drum kit as well. It adds a very realistic sound to what we're used to hearing in a room if you see a band. And nowadays, since everyone does a lot of things directly without microphones at home, you might have an Ableton rig, you might have something that just as basic as a laptop. You are actually able to plug this into itself just with one cable, stick it on an effects return or an aux bus, and add a little bit of grit, or a lot of grit if you choose to your digital plugins. So it adds some transformer life and some clipping, which enables you to sound a lot more realistic than just having everything in the box. It adds a sense of air to the sound. Everyone who's working in our business or hopes to work in our business, hopes to do it for a living, has to have a couple of things. They have to have some form of originality. Everyone thinks everything is original, and in a ways, no two people are the same. But hard work is just not enough anymore, and networking is just not enough anymore. And as someone who's done this for 30 years and professionally for 20, 25, the one thing that always sticks out for me and why I get hired is my ability to come up with solutions. And more often than not, when artists ask me to get sounds and sound design, if I get really close to what they want, as soon as I give them more of a lifelike process or feedback from whatever machines, instruments that I'm playing or using, that normally is what they say, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because we don't put our ears up to something to listen to it. We're generally, even if we're mixing with near-field monitors, we're no more than 3 or 4 feet away. Sometimes we're 10 feet away, listening to big mains and whatnot. For students and any producers of any music, what I think that I hear a lot that's lacking when students come to me and ask me to listen to things, or people come to me, ask me to listen to their mixes or their masters, a lot of times what I'm hearing is there's no life in it. And that doesn't mean that you have to be in a genre of music that is not, say, completely electronic. Because I enjoy electronic music, I make it, I like it, but I grew up as a rock musician. What I think this can do for a lot of folks is impart an element of originality, because you can buy a guitar pedal for $15 on Craigslist, or they sell them at Target now for $29 for a distortion pedal or an echo. And the whole point being that everyone, when they buy Ableton, Pro Tools, Logic, whatever, you get a certain amount of plugins and those are great. You invest more money, get more expensive plugins, those are great as well. The point I'm trying to make is there's nothing wrong with that. They all sound great, I use them too. However, if you really want to be original and stick out, you need to think literally outside of that box and start using processing that not everyone else has. This enables you to do that. You can spend thousands of dollars on, I mean, I own 300 guitar pedals. That's my job. So, and I know what they all sound like. That's a bit extreme. But for somebody that has $20, $50, $100, all of a sudden, if you have this, which is $300 for students, you already have 2 distortion pedals in it, plus you're opening a whole nother world to using pedals that are available anywhere. And for me, what I like to hear and what I believe gets me hired and keeps me hired is that ability to get sounds that no one else can get and come up with a solution to make those fit in as an engineer, as a producer, and as a musician.